Okay, so let's do some practice problems together and then you guys can try a few on your own. So just make sure that you watch the YouTube video in Google Classroom first before following along in this Polypad because you're going to need my notes uh, to help you with solving some of these expressions and problems. Okay, so this first question reads, twice the number of 10. So what I need to do is I need to think about what words or phrases in there help me figure out what operation this is. When I see twice the number of 10. So when I think of the word twice, right, I know that that means two times. So twice, two times the number of 10. So if I were to write this in a numerical expression, I would say twice. So I could say 2 times 10 or 10 times 2. Right? That means the same thing. So twice the number of 10, okay? Or 10 two times means the same thing, okay? 5 times 8. So here's a clue again. If you look in your notes, times means multiplication. Now, this number is somewhat hidden. Instead of the number 5, it is spelled out. So we know 5, right? That's what that means. So 5 times 8. So the numerical expression would be 5 multiplied by 8. The next question, 3 less than the product of 2 and 8. So when I'm looking here, I'm seeing this phrase less than, and I'm seeing the phrase product. Product I know means multiplication. And less than, when I'm taking something less than and looking for the difference of, right, less than, that's going to be subtraction. So now I see I have 3 numbers here. I have a 3, I have a 2, and I have an 8. So I'm going to look at this first and determine what I need to do first. So it says 3 less than the product of 2 and 8. So I'm going to go ahead and write out this right here, the product of 2 and 8. So that means this, 2 times 8. That is the product of, because product, right, is the answer to a multiplication problem. Okay, so when it says 3 less than the product of 2 and 8, so 2 and 8, I'm going to solve first. I'm going to put it in parentheses, and then I'm going to subtract 3. And I'm going to check my work to make sure that this makes sense. 3 less than, right? So 3 less than the product of 2 and 8. So 2 times 8 minus 3. Okay, so that is the numerical expression. So again, you don't have to solve these problems as of yet. We're just working on changing the words to numbers and vice versa. Okay, so the last one. 40 candies shared equally between 20 students. So again, if you look in your notes, when I see this phrase shared equally, when I'm splitting something up, right, between right? So the candies I'm sharing between 20 students, I know that means division. Okay, so 40 candies shared equally between 20 students. Now I want to make sure that this is in the right order. 40 candies divided by the 20 students. All right, so 40 divided by 20. So that one makes sense. Okay, so now we're going to work on doing the opposite. Now we're going to translate the numbers into word form. And there's more than one right answer here. So let's just sort of attack this first one. So when I read this problem, I see 2 plus 7. So I could literally write that phrase, right? So 2 plus 7. Okay. I could also say the sum of, right? Because sum is the answer to an addition problem. The sum of 2 and 7. I'm just going to write out the numbers here just to make things go a little quicker. Okay, so the sum of 2 and 7, that's what this means. But, right, in simplest form, we could say 2 plus 7. That means the same thing. Okay, now we're going to write out this next numerical expression in sentence form. 3 plus 5 I can do, but I'm going to look at my notes and I'm going to see, I see the word and. I think I'm going to use plus. So 3, oh, here we go. Actually, I have to change this because I see the minus 1. So I'm going to actually move this over here. So 3 plus 5. Now, after 3 plus 5, now if you remember this, we talked about order of operations, and we're going to get to that in tomorrow's lesson. When you see the order of the parentheses, that means you have to do this operation first. You have to add 3 plus 5 before you subtract the 1. That's what those parentheses mean. So when I write out my numerical expression, or my written expression, I have to say 3 plus 5, and then I do need to still subtract 1. So I'm going to say 1 less than 3 plus 5. Okay, so there's my written expression. So 1 less than 3 plus 5. Right? I could also say 1 less than the sum of 3 and 5. Right? That would also be an appropriate word expression, or an expression in words. Okay, so then the last one. I see 4 times 9 minus 6. So I'm gonna say the word difference, right? Because 9 minus 6. So I'm gonna write out 4 times the difference of 9 and 6. Now we have to be careful here. 9 and 6, I see this word and, but it doesn't mean addition because I'm talking about the difference of, right? So when I see difference, I know that that's subtraction. I'm just talking about these two numbers. I'm finding the difference too, right? So 4 times the difference of 9 and 6. Okay, so you guys are going to go ahead and try a few of these, and then we'll do some in class together.